The Corona Hotel that was located in the early Kenworthy mining town was torn down and its lumber used for the building of the King Camp Resort. The original owners were John and Mary Keene, who had a resort in Strawberry Valley and then started the King Camp Resort here in 1905 east of Mountain Center. In 1911, Percy and Anita Walker purchased the King Camp. A few years later, while trying to save a guest at Lake Hemet, Percy Walker drowned. A Carnegie Award was given in his name with benefits to his wife and 2 children. Before Percy's death, they built the Tahquitz Lodge on the property. It was a popular hotel in the mountains until its destruction by forest fire in 1943.
To think about it was like a movie.
It's a very unique community. The last place you'd expect.
Today, the old King Camp is known as Living Free Animal Sanctuary. Emily Jo Beard founded in 1980 Living Free, that was among the first privately funded no-kill animal sanctuaries rescuing cats and dogs from imminent shelter euthanasia, and where animals would be safely housed without being caged. It was designed to coexist in harmony with the natural world surrounding it. Her compassion still gives inspiration that each life saved is a tribute to her legacy. They believe every animal has a right to live with compassion and dignity, and they provide hope until they find their forever home. On that autumn day in 1980, Emily Jo Beard visited the area for the first time and recognized that her vision of giving life to as many orphaned animals as possible could begin here. She purchased the land and donated it to the cause. Living Free Animal Sanctuary began with 10 dogs, 5 cats, and Emily. She added the kennels, catteries, and other support buildings to carry on the vision, to provide refuge and to bless our fellow creatures. If homes cannot be found for them, they will live out their lives in dignity and peace at Living Free. They carry on that mission today and are working to increase public awareness so that soon all shelters can become no-kill.
Oh, I scared her. Oh, there's a rooster. Look at that one over there sleeping.
Which one?
Right there. The calico looking one.
Oh.
Just all stretched out, sound asleep. Oh, you look pretty, little kitty. You're just as pretty as you can be. Yes, you are. Yeah. You smell my finger? Come here. It's okay. Come here.
Oh.
Scared that one.
I know. Oh, come here. Come here.
Listen to that rooster. Hi. Are you really cute here? How they come in at night. This is Delphi.
Delta right here. She's super friendly. Hi, Delta. She likes coming up to the fence to say hi to people. Hi, Delta.
Do you have any pit bulls in here?
Mixes, but nothing, you know. She might even have some. She's a shepherd, maybe. Even
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, she kind of looks like she's got some shepherd
Yeah,
ears in the
she's not
eyes.
good with other dogs, but she loves all people. And the kids come up and pet her. And
We had the chance to talk with Ray Barmore, facility manager at Living Free. Ray is someone I would call a real cowboy who shared his knowledge of the history of King Camp and the surrounding area and the people and all the great work they are doing at Living Free to give animals up here a home and protection.
This road right here that goes out that way, that was the road to Idlewild from Mountain Center. All the way out through here, and if you're going to Idlewild, if you look up to your right, you can see a road cut. That was the road that went to Idlewild, okay? This is called the Mayberry Road.
So was this wasn't the Crawford Toll Road? That was probably Beast Canyon?
That was the one, as you're coming up from Hemet, there's a turnout, there's a pipe that crosses over the top of it, and everybody dumps their old furniture out there. That's the end of the toll road, and that came in to Idlewild. So that you had that way straight up, or you could take the old road that came to here, and then from here to Idlewild.
So where was the toll road that went to Hemet Dam, Lake Hemet, when they were building the dam in what?
That would have been roughly along Highway 74.
Where it is now.
Yeah, very, very roughly.
Okay.
If we come back here, we can volunteer and brush the animals for you. We could?
Well, we're sure.
Oh, I would love to.
Obviously, those poor donkeys, the horses get taken care of every day. The donkeys don't get the grooming that they need, and I've got a couple people that come in and groom them, but they need to be groomed every day.
Oh, that would be fun.
Did you know that Percy Walker drowned in
He drowned in
Lake
Lake
Hemet?
Hemet, and his daughter married Hank Mills, and they're an engineer on the water project, the aqueduct. And he would come up here in the summer
for the Colorado
River Aqueduct.
Okay.
And that's how he would come up here, and that's where he met Harriet. And they lived for a long time on this piece of property right across over here in Mountain Center. They bought a bunch of that.
Oh, okay.
And there's what is now the Highway 243 church. That was the Hank and Harriet's property was right there.
Right?
Yeah. And so they lived there. The Keens had this place, and this road ended. It goes up to Saunders Meadow Road, right at the big hairpin turn where the dump is. And then went down to the east and down right and came in right where it is now, where the elementary school is. Okay. They had another hotel there, so they had this Keen Camp here, and the people would leave from here and go over the top to their other hotel in town, and then they also had one down in Hemet. So they had year-round covered. And they couldn't keep everything up, so they sold this one. They sold this one to the Walkers. Then the fire came through in '43 and took out a lot of King Camp.
Oh, really?
And took out the Tahquitz.
Oh, yeah,
beautiful
43.
Tahquitz.
That's when the Tahquitz Lodge.
Tahquitz Lodge.
Is that foundation there?
Yeah, that's back up in there.
That
right?
right?
I've got pictures of it if you want to see what the Tahquitz Lodge looks like. They sold the property in '44 to the YWCA Camping Council of Los Angeles. Long story. My grandmother was involved in that sale because she was involved with the YWCA.
Oh.
So they ran it as a YWCA camp from '44 until '80. I was here as camp manager from '73 to 1980, running the place, and then they sold it, went out and shot horses for 35 years. Shoot.
Yes,
Shoer.
Oh,
Yeah. Shoer, not shooter. And then retired from that, and was kind of wondering what the heck am I going to do, and job here came up, and I said,
I'll take it.
cool.
Yeah, you're in heaven.
I'll go back. So I'm back here again.
Oh, man. You never want to come off this hill?
Oh, I people used to ask me all the time when the camp was here, and I'd take them on hikes. They said, where do you go on vacation? I'm here. It's a beautiful piece of property. Now, we'll garner on this side over here. It used to be all Gardner Ranch. They sold to the Forest Service. So now we're surrounded on three sides by Forest Service.
Well, you have McDonald,
Ronald McDonald.
Right over there, right?
On the other side over there, yeah. It's the history, you know, when you delve into just local history, it's pretty neat. I've got it in my head, and when I was here at the camp, I had several people would come up that were, I'd say, older, in their 70s and 80s, people that had come up here when they were kids, and one lady gave them the pictures I have. She had them from her childhood, and she brought them up to me, and I had them duplicated, had a guy come up that was the old road that came up. He was a blaster on that road, and they stayed here, and I spent the afternoon just talking to him about building that old road and staying here. And
well, Ray, it's been a pleasure learning about this place, and we will be returning soon to this beautiful sanctuary. Thousands of years ago, Cahuilla Indians first settled on this site, as evidenced by the many ceremonial petroglyphs. They have taken steps to protect these sites and the Cahuilla legacy, living in harmony with the natural world surrounding us. This site has been a cattle ranch, a logging camp, a stagecoach stop, a mountain retreat, and film location for the 1920s Hollywood elite. In the 1880s, the land was annexed by the U.S. government and later sold as homesteads. In the early 1900s, John Keene bought the property, developed it into a camp, and later the Tahquitz Lodge resort was built. In the 1920s, the Tahquitz Lodge and mountains and meadows surrounding it were used as a shooting location for filmmaking pioneers, who shot many westerns on and around the property. Mary Pickford, Gene Autry, Roy Rogers, John Wayne, Elvis Presley, Katharine Hepburn filmed here, among others. The ruins of the lodge can be seen in the center of the property, which has been renamed Court of Friends. Once at Living Free, the rescues are provided a safe, cage-free environment so that they may be rehabilitated, socialized, and prepared for adoption. They have developed educational and outreach programs to promote responsible pet ownership and increase public awareness of the need to eradicate inhumane puppy and kitten mills. By pulling together and spreading the word, it is believed every shelter can become a no-kill shelter by the year 2020, and they have created the Almost Home 2020 initiative in support of this goal.